India's budget for the next fiscal beginning the 1st of April 2023 has its core focus on reviving demand, pushing capital expenditure to encourage private investments, while offering tax concessions to hard-working middle class, with a thrust on building up of social and physical infrastructure to meet the aspirations of millions of Indians. Presenting her fifth full budget in the Lok Sabha, House of People of the Indian Parliament, the Union Finance Minister Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman laid out 7 priorities as complementing each other, which range from inclusive development, reaching the last mile, infrastructure and investment, unleashing the potential to green growth, youth power and financial sector. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the budget as its thrust covers green growth, green economy, green infra, green jobs for sustainability, adding that the budget 2023-24 focused on technology and new economy. In comparison with 2014, this year's budget has a 400% spurt in infra investment. Recalling the trajectory of the economy during the last 9 years, the Finance Minister said it has increased in size from being the 10th largest to the 5th largest in the world and significantly has improved its position as a well-governed and innovative country with a conducive environment for business. Specifically drawing attention to the astronomical capital investment, Ms. Sitharaman said this is being increased steeply for the 3rd year in a row by 33% to 10 lakh crore rupees, which would be 3.3% of the GDP. This substantial spurt in recent years is in line with the government's efforts to enhance growth potential and job creation, crowd in private investment and provide a cushion against global headwinds. The direct capital investment by the central government is complemented by the provision made for creation of capital assets through grants in aid to states at sub-national level, and the effective capital expenditure of the centre is budgeted at 13.7 crore rupees, which would be 4.5% of GDP. What is noteworthy in the budget announcement is the creation of Infrastructure Finance Secretariat for more private investment in railways, roads, urban infrastructure and power, which are now predominantly reliant on public resources hitherto. Indian Railways would receive a capital outlay of 2.4 lakh crore rupees, the highest ever, that is about 9 times the outlay of 2013-14. In an allied move, 100 critical transport infrastructure projects for last and first mile connectivity for ports, coal, steel, fertilizer and food grain sectors have been identified. They would be taken on priority with investment of 75,000 crore rupees, including 15,000 crore rupees from private sources. Similarly, in a unique initiative, an urban infrastructure development fund akin to the extant rural infrastructure development fund would be set up through use of priority sector lending shortfall to be managed by the National Housing Bank. This would be helpful to public agencies to create urban infrastructure in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The centre is to make available 10,000 crore rupees per annum for this purpose, with states being goaded to leverage resources from the grants of the 15th Finance Commission as well as existing schemes to adopt appropriate user charges. In order to enhance ease of doing business in India, more than 39,000 compliances have been pruned and more than 3,400 legal provisions have been decriminalized, with the Jan Vishwas Bill to amend 42 central acts being on the anvil for furthering trust-based governance. The budget has raised agricultural credit target to 20 trillion rupees for the next fiscal and for affordable housing allocations to 790 billion rupees. The provision for clean energy transition in the budget is 350 billion rupees. A key focus was on tourism, youth skilling, digital thrust, simplifying regulations and compliance, and withal a doable glide path to fiscal consolidation. The target of this investment for the next fiscal is pegged at a realistic 510 billion rupees, which is at par with the estimate of 500 billion this fiscal 2022-23. In fine, the budget is growth-centric with twin ballasts of higher capex, capital expenditure outlay, and moderation in personal income tax at the lowest and highest levels in order to boost growth and consumption and to maintain both fiscal deficit at 5.9% of the GDP in the next fiscal and market borrowings at manageable levels.